I don't know where to start. I guess by saying, don't follow in my footsteps. Don't go searching for what's not meant to be found. I've always loved exploring, and living in a small town, nobody was really concerned when I would run in the woods as a kid. I would go into the woods until sundown, looking for some hidden treasure or a new part of the forest to explore. Once I found an abandoned treehouse that I would frequently go to when I wanted to get away from everything. That place was filled with good memories. No tears, no fights, only the sound of birds. I didn't stay there. As I got older, I ventured deeper and deeper into the forest. Before long, I was sleeping more in my treehouse than my own bed. I was 16 when I first encountered it. I was exploring very deep into the forest, doing my routine, when I encountered a large cabin. Nothing grew around it. No trees, no flowers, not even grass. All that was around was just very dry, bare, and cracked earth. It was odd because it was spring. Everything was growing, but this place remained barren. The cabin itself seemed old, and upon further inspection, it was rotted and infested with insects. I had never seen anything like this in the forest. It was definitely abandoned, so, without a second thought for my safety, I ventured inside. When I walked inside, everything stunk of decay. Whoever had owned this cabin left in a hurry because all the furniture was still inside. Even the moth-eating rags that were once clothes were hanging in the closets. There, from what I could tell, a family of 3 lived here. A man, a woman, and a young girl. I assumed due to the small furniture, and I could only assume was once painted pink due to the chips of very faded, hot pink scattered across the floor. There was even old plates and silverware in the kitchen. I was amazed to find this place, and if it weren't for the wood being a home for countless insects, and the dark corners of the house a nest for disease-ridden rodents, I would have lived here. It was once a beautiful cabin. My thoughts of trying to rebuild this cabin were interrupted when I found a stairway I hadn't noticed before. It's right next to the back door in the kitchen. I hadn't seen it before. Did I just not notice it? It's possible. It was getting dark, and my parents had a curfew for me at the time. I should have headed home if I wanted to get home and not experience the wrath of my parents once again. But I felt like this discovery was more important. I climbed down the stairs. Something was very unnerving about this part of the cabin. It felt like I shouldn't have been there, but I ignored it. At the bottom of the stairs, I discovered a door. It was different than any of the other doors throughout the cabin. It seemed in much better shape. It was painted black, and it was locked. And I tried to force it open, but it wouldn't budge. With the sun nearly gone, and the presence of the night sky growing, I didn't have time to stick around that place. So I turned on my flashlight that I carried with me for exploring caves and such, and began walking up the stairs. I heard what I thought were footsteps. I got scared. Very scared. These weren't normal footsteps. It sounded as if they were running frantically throughout the house. I decided to run up the stairs. And at the top, on the wall of the kitchen, next to the back door that was once closed, now opened, the words, "Leave now were crudely etched into the wall. I didn't know what carved that into the wall, and I was not going to find out. I darted out of that place. I felt the whole way home I was being followed by something. Something dark. I never saw anything, nor do I have proof that I was followed that night, but I know I was followed home.